Hey Homo sapiens, it's me, Rogue Marvy Scott. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome any new subscribers and new watchers. Like I said, I am Rogue Marvy Scott. Anyway, so this is the final look of my elemental spring looks, and obviously it might not be yeah, it's L. I did want to be I did want it to look kind of frosty and smoky, but I thought no, that would just be ice, and yeah, we weren't gonna go there. So I just decided to, to use some blues as my, kind of transition color, and just use grays and whites and everything. And I just feel like, watching films like, oh gosh, what's that film with Dim Diesel in it? I think it's Pitch Black or Chronicles of Riddick. Yeah, there's like this airwalker or whatever she is, some elemental woman, and I just thought to wear my kimono because yeah, I was just feeling that, and also I was feeling kind of like a little Cleopatra right now. Like Cleopatra has become part of my life. Wink, wink. So I kind of did these eyebrows. I was going to blow them out into like making them look really smoked out, but then I want my eyebrows to be kind of dark and Instagrammy, trendy kind of sort of look, so that's why I didn't do that. Yes, I do look pale here, and this is an intention. I don't actually look like myself. Yeah, that was the point. And I'm going to, in the next video, let you guys know who has got an egg with a chocolate egg and maybe something else. Okay. Anyway, let's go into the tutorial. So I've already got my base done, and I'm going to go in with that blue, and I'm going to create a line where my natural skin is. So right here you can see that my skin color on my eyelids is obviously darker than my natural skin tone and the foundation around it. So that's where I'm just going to place the eyeshadow, and then I'm going to blend that out. I'm going to do both eyes obviously off camera, and now I'm just going in with a fluffy brush, and I'm just blending that just so that it's not too harsh for the look. Moving on to my second blue, I'm just going to place that directly underneath what I have just blended out in the darker shade, and I'm doing a thicker line, but I'm making sure that my obviously eyelids are clean. Then I'm just going to blend those colors out together, making them look like there's more shades than just the two of them. Now I'm just going to heavily apply some translucent powder underneath my eyes, because I'm going to use this also as a lightener for my under eyes, and also to catch the fallout that I'm going to be placing shimmery eyeshadows on, so it has a dual effect. Then I'm going to clean up my eyelids with some concealer, and also I'm going to blink in a little second. Let's see when I blink. There, and that's where I want my concealer to be, because once you blink it will create it in the natural lines of your eye look, your eyelids. So I'm just fixing all of that neatly before I go on to the next step. So now I'm just dabbing lightly some translucent powder over the concealer, because I don't want it to move, and I don't really want to have to correct it with my fingers later on. Going in with my white now, and I'm going to use this on the inner corners, and I'm going to bring that in to the middle of this whole eye look, because I'm going to use obviously a different color afterwards. So I'm just making sure that that's all opaque. As you can see there, I'm just cutting it into that concealer before I go on to the next shade. Going in with a shimmery grey, or silver should I say, I'm going to now place that on the outer corner of my eyes, and I'm going to also blend that in with the white as I'm dabbing and brushing it onto my eyelids. Going in with a matte silver or grey, and I'm going to create a wing now, and I'm using this as a base because I'm going to place kind of like a lightning strike, but it's a straight lightning bolt, which doesn't make sense because lightning bolts aren't really straight. But anyway, I'm just creating this look, and I'm blending that in now with my eye look, because I want it to look all very cohesive. Using the concealer now to create a nice clean line, and I'm getting disturbed by someone on the telephone, as you can see, and they're barely pissing me off, but we're gonna continue. Now I'm just doing that, and I'm making sure that both lines on each side are as opaque as each other, because I want the eyeshadow that I'm going to place on to stick and adhere properly. Now I'm using that same white that I've used on my inner corners just to create this look here. Going in with a white eyeliner on my waterline, and I'm also using a brush, as you can see, to hold down my lid, just because I don't want to use my fingers, and because that would possibly pick up any makeup that's underneath my eye so far. So I'm just using a clean brush to hold down my lid, which is a trick that you should all use if you don't want to mess up your makeup. Going in with that same white that I've also used on my eyelids and the little stripe that I've got on the side to line my eyes, and that's what I'm doing here, as you can see. Now it's time to do my brows, and the white stuff that you can see on this spoolie is actually soap, and I'm using the soap because the soap it acts as a wax, and also it thickens my eyebrows as well. And you can see that I'm kind of messing around with my eyebrows because I wasn't too sure if I was going to do a double tail or a single tail. So first I'm going to do my single tail using a very black brow pomade. And I liked the look, however, I just thought it wasn't too dramatic, and plus the eyebrows look really small, so I decided to obviously go in with a second ending, a second tail. So I'm just going to add a little bit of a dark grey just underneath that line, just to make it pop a little bit more at the beginnings. Now I'm going to highlight using a silvery kind of white highlighter, but yeah, that's what I'm doing. And then I'm obviously going to do my nose, as I always do. So I'm just placing that on my bridge and on the tip of my nose, and what I'm going to do also is use a clean brush to blend it out also, because yeah, I didn't want it to be too striking. Now I'm just going to highlight a little underneath my brow, and I'm also going to do the tips of the top tail also. But yeah, why am I not doing it? Because look, I'm still blending out my nose with a clean brush. That's why. So it's now time to do my lips, and my lips are already primed with foundation and concealer just because I wanted my lips to be brown, but also using that same highlighter that I've used on my cheeks and my nose, it would come out looking kind of pinkish, which I anticipated. So I'm just placing that over. I'm not using any lipsticks whatsoever. Now I'm just going to go in with that same highlighter in the inner corners of my eyes, and this is the part where I do the upper tails of my eyebrows also. And this is pretty much the look, and just finish watching the video. Give me a great big thumbs up if you've liked this, and don't forget to comment, like and subscribe. So that's how I got the look, guys. I didn't show you how I put the gems on or my lashes as usual. And yeah, what hairstyle do you like best? Let me know, because I'm feeling this hairstyle, but yeah, the wind would just blow it out of place. That's funny. This is air. See, I look, I'm not gonna say it. Rogue Marby Scott.